Cabbage rolls in tomato gravy. Hi everyone, welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. I am Ankita and I am very fond of traveling. Since I like to travel, explore all the food that you get in every possible place, so I am bringing to you one of those recipes which are a travel found. I once visited Udaipur and there I had this interesting cabbage recipe which was basically some vegetables stuffed in cabbage in a really nice gravy of tomatoes and onions. So I thought, why not bring that recipe to you, which you can make at your home and chef it up a little, dress it up a little so that it looks really nice and tempting. So today we are making cabbage rolls in tomato gravy. Let's look at all the ingredients that we need to make this. Blanched cabbage leaves, tomatoes, onions, boiled potatoes, blanched peas, parboiled carrots, butter, garlic paste, ginger paste, turmeric, coriander powder, red chilli powder, cumin powder, salt, finely chopped coriander, oil. Now let's quickly go on to making this recipe. I know it's pretty mouth-watering, I mean just the thought of it. So I'm going to heat up a pan. First of all, we are going to be making the stuffing for the cabbage rolls. So once this pan is nice and hot, it is, I'm going to be adding in some oil. Now we'll allow this oil to heat up. Once it's hot enough, we'll be adding in our ginger garlic paste. Now I have made the ginger and garlic paste separately, but if you wish, you can make them both together and use it for this recipe. It's doable. Alright, so now the oil is hot enough. First goes in just half of the paste that we had made, the garlic paste. Next goes in the ginger paste. To this I'll be adding in the carrots. Now not much of cooking is required because we've already parboiled the carrots. Usually carrots take a long time to cook, but in this recipe, since we are parboiling it, it'll become a little less time consuming. Plus the cut is also small. Till the time the carrots are cooking, let's quickly chop these potatoes. Now again, these potatoes have been boiled, so just coarsely chopping. What the boiled potatoes will do is provide a good binding to the filling. Alright, so the potatoes are cut. Now let's add it to the pan. Let's just give it a good mix. While all of this is cooking, let's add in all the dry spices. So firstly, I'm going to be adding in some turmeric powder, followed by some cumin powder, some coriander powder, and some chilli powder. Now, it's up to you which chilli you want to use. If you want it like really hot and spicy, you could use more of it. I'm using Kashmiri powder because it gives a nice color, but at the same time, it's a little low on spice. So, in goes everything. And again, mix. Look, it looks really pretty. It's smelling delicious already. Now, to this, I'm going to be adding a few drops of water to combine all the masalas and the ingredients together. So, just some water. That's it. At this stage, in would go our blanched peas. See how colorful this looks. I mean, the orange from the carrots, the green from the peas, and the masalas, it's all coming together really nice and well. Time for salt. Now, salt is according to taste. Now, we let this cook on a low flame for about 5 minutes. Till the time this is getting cooked, we'll move on to making the base of the gravy in which all of this is going to go in. So till the time this is getting ready, let's prep the onions and tomatoes. We will roughly chop them because end of the day they are all going into the grinder. So the onions, and the tomatoes. Alright, so this is prepped. In goes everything into the grinding machine. So here I can see that the filling is cooked to perfection. It's smelling really good. And now I'm going to turn down the gas I'm going to wait for this to come down to room temperature. Till then, we'll prep the gravy. So I'm going to give it a good grind and make a paste. It looks really nice and it's done. It's red in color. So here we have the tomato and onion puree. Here we are going to make it. It's basically the gravy in which our cabbage rolls are going to be served in. So I'm going to put this deep bottom pan on heat. If you want to use a kadai, you can use a kadai also, and an iron kadai would be really yummy for this gravy. I'm not using an iron kadai, but if you have it, do go ahead and use it. I'm using this one. Once it's nice and hot, I'm going to pour in some oil. Alright, this is hot enough. In goes some oil. Now the oil is hot enough for the mixture to go in. Let's just take it out. So the mixture is into the pan. Let's just give it a good swirl. And we'll cook this mixture till all the oil separates and it comes on the corners. As you can see, all the oil has separated and it has come on the edges here and that side also you can see. So that means this is nice and cooked. Now I'm someone who really likes to cook the gravy like really well and bring it down to the consistency that I want. To this I'm going to add the ginger garlic paste. Mix this well and cook till the rawness of the ginger and garlic has gone. Lovely aromas are filling in my kitchen because the garlic and the ginger, absolutely beautiful aromas. Now next into this pan would go in some turmeric. Again give it a good mix and cook till the rawness of the turmeric has gone. Till the time the gravy is getting cooked, let's move on to making the cabbage rolls. Basically these cabbage leaves are blanched in water and then it has been shocked in cold water. So that way you can retain the green color as you can see. And also I've cut and removed the stem so that it's nice and pliable when we are folding it. Into this I'm going to be adding in some of the cool mixture. And then I'll be folding it and rolling it. Trim the edges so that they look neat and tidy. So here you go, cabbage rolls. This is how we'll be making the rest of our cabbage rolls. Now till the time we make the rest of the rolls, let's come back to the gravy. The turmeric is also cooked. Time to add in our spices. So some red chilli, not too much because we have red chilli in our mixture also. Some coriander powder, some cumin powder, and give it a good mix. Now into this I'll be adding a dollop of butter. And some salt. Give this a mix, looking nice and shiny, and I'm already hungry because the butter is melting, lovely smell. To this I'm going to be adding some water because we want a nice consistency in the gravy. Now to this I'll be adding in some specks of green, which is the coriander. So the cabbage rolls are made and they look really nice. This is almost done, or almost, it's completely done. One last swirl. And we can turn off the flame on this one. This I'm going to put on the side now and go on to roasting these cabbage rolls so that they can be served together. So for roasting, I'm going to take a flat pan, put it on heat, and to this I'm going to be adding in some butter. If you're calorie conscious, well, today is the day to indulge. So do indulge. What we are basically doing is we are searing these cabbage rolls with butter so that once you're eating it, it doesn't appear to be too rubbery on your palate. Rather, it has a nice, kind of cooked outer skin and a really smooth stuffing on the inside. Let's add them to the pan and we'll cook it on each side for around a minute till like a nice golden color comes. I'm going to flip it. Wow, as you can see, there's a nice brown color coming on each side. Alright, so this looks nice and done. The gravy is also ready. Let's move on to plating it. So I'm going to be pouring in some gravy onto the plate. And on top of this, we are going to be placing the cabbage rolls. So our cabbage rolls in tomato gravy is ready. Now this is one of those recipes which comes out of traveling. And I'm sure you're going to like it because sometimes you want to eat the same ingredients in a nice and new way. This is that recipe for you. So do leave a comment below if you like it. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy.